Hello, this is The Way of Fairness. My name is Stephen Childs. I read in a Gnostic text somewhere, I can't remember, that evil is going to be pulled up by the root. And it's from the teachings of the Christ, Christian Gnosticism. I think. It doesn't really matter. So what's interesting is the next day after reading that and then dreaming about this old dead tree being pulled up, taken down, represented the root of evil. So the next day I was driving down Main Street and they were cutting down that tree that I had dreamed about in the night. And so I'm obviously being told about future events. That's prophecy or precognition. So I've had many experiences of being given precognition, precognitive dreams, prophetic dreams. So, in the old days, they would designate that person the prophet. Maybe that's what was going on. And then it got twisted by time and greedy people trying to rule. So, I was just listening to New Thinking Aloud, Raymond Moody and two other guys talking about the idea that Raymond has this position that there's proof that there's an afterlife. And he's connected to the same spirit beings that I'm connected with, you can tell, that tell us about the future, and they give people the near-death experiences where their whole life is in front of them. And I made a comment that these guides, these spirit guides that are guiding me toward my death, have told me that I'm the only Christ now. And I'm not claiming that. That's them. They can prove it if they want. Or whatever. So this is definitely a case of whatever. In the video, that comes up as a conflict area of whether it's Christ that is there when we die or not. And so like I said, I made the comment that I'm the only Christ and that the past is irrelevant once we learn to stop doing others wrong. The way of fairness. And so that's the reason they designated me as the Christ, the teacher of the saving knowledge, the gnosis, from these higher beings. So we don't need to have the Gnostic mythology of creation because we know about evolution now. So you can just throw that aside as interesting. Maybe it's interesting psychologically, as psychological stories. The overthrow of the powerful one. The powerful one, if it's a narcissist, a tyrant, an unfair authoritarian, then that's what the mythology is about, overthrowing the unfair God. And that's what Gnosticism was about. So, right now we have wars going on in Ukraine, wars going on in Israel. And at the root of it is which God has the most power. Is it the Muslims' God? Is it the Jewish people's God? Is it the Christians' God? Are they the same? Is it Shiva from Hindu mythology, destroyer of evil? So these are myths. And there's speculation that Shiva is actually extraterrestrial. Well, there's speculation that Christ is actually extraterrestrial. So you can look at the human form as being taught by the extraterrestrial, and that can be all humanity. As soon as you're ready to accept what is actually true and not run away from it or not want something else, they might say hello, you know. You can try it. Say hello to them and they might say hello back. Ask them how you can help, because our world is a disaster because of insane God ideas that some particular empire should rule the world. And that's also what happens in political empire. So you have the communists in Russia under Lenin that needed to have unity for Russia so that the religions wouldn't take them over, because they didn't want to be surrendered to any of the religions. They wanted to be atheist. So it was the religion, God, unfair God ideas that caused communism. So Jordan Peterson needs to understand that point. It's to fight against these crazy, unfair, dangerous God ideas. But two wrongs don't make a right. So he has to have a unity. So he kills 10 million people, his own people, through starvation and whatever means. I don't know the exact history of it. And then at the same time, or just before that, Hitler killed 6 million Jews using the swastika of Shiva, the destroyer of evil, for the symbolism. And he wanted their empire to rule the world. That's not fair. I mean, only the German of his choosing, the German type people, would matter, and they would just exterminate everybody else, I guess, eventually, if they would have taken over. You know, it's an anything goes. Do what you want, I'm going to do what I want mentality. And I'm a faith-based atheist, so there's no ultimate authority other than actual truth. Actual truth is the authority of everything. It always has been, it always will be. Is it a person? No, it's not a person. What is actual truth? It's what you did yesterday. It's not ever going to go away. You were in the now moment yesterday, doing what you did, and now you're in the now moment right now, listening to what I'm saying. That past won't ever go away. It's actual truth. The consequence of what you did yesterday will not ever go away. That's what they called karma, cause and effect. And just look into what is going to happen next. What's going to happen next? It's going to be the actual truth that happens. And it's part of the all-powerful oneness. It's like quantum oneness instead of quantum entanglement. It's not, oneness has a different feel to it than entanglement. You'd want to avoid an entanglement, but you might really appreciate quantum oneness that saves you from disaster, because that the arrangement of the future turns in your favor because of the choices you made yesterday and the choices you're making now. So going back to the Gnostic idea of pulling up the tree of evil by the root, what is the evil root? What is it? So I thought about what it is. It's unfairness. I came up with that concept for myself, and maybe I'm right. There's no other evil other than unfairness from a sentient being, a being with choice, choosing to do something wrong to another being. That's evil. So once we learn that, our past is irrelevant, it's secret, it's none of your business, it's none of my business, it doesn't matter, we don't need to dig into it. We do need to learn to stop doing other people wrong. So the Way of Fairness wants all the religions and all the governments to stop doing other people wrong, and their past is irrelevant. It's secret. We don't care. It's worth not knowing what they did to me or to you if we can get them to stop doing us wrong. So that's why we agree we won't do you wrong if you won't do us wrong. If you do us wrong, we're going to pray for your demise. And I'm pretty close to the all-powerful oneness. Have a great day.